Hey everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Timothy. Welcome to my channel. I'm just going to do a chatty get ready with me this morning. For those of you that don't know me, I have been through a lot in 2018. So I just thought that I would finally do this and it would be a good hobby for me to keep me busy, something that I can go to whenever I'm upset or whenever I just need a pick-me-up. So I love makeup. Makeup is one of my favorite things ever. I just really thought that some of my friends and family would like to watch it. I guess I'll just get into it. I always moisturize my face first. It's just, I feel like it helps a lot. Since I got pregnant, I've had super dry skin. And so I've noticed that moisturizing my face before I put makeup on helps so much. It's daily hydration moisturizer. You can use whatever moisturizer you have. You don't have to use the same things as me. These are just my go-to everydays. Alright, so face is moisturized. And now the first thing I do is eyebrows because I use a powder. And I mean, if you can't tell, I have like no eyebrows. So I pretty much draw them on myself. A lot of people don't like that. If you don't like that, you do whatever you feel comfortable. But I like to draw them on. I always get compliments whenever I do my eyebrows. So I use this Brow Fix Brow Kit by Milani, which I have had for, I couldn't tell you how long, like 3 years. Couldn't get it open. So I use the darkest shade now because my hair is more like dark up top. I use the middle shade when I'm just filling them in really quick. But when I want to sit down and do them for like my everyday look, I will use the bottom. And I'm just using e.l.f. brushes because they're cheap. Everything in this video is going to be cheap. But this is the e.l.f. eyebrow brush. So I got this big fancy mirror that Josh got me for Christmas. It like lights up and everything as soon as you walk in front of it. It is so fancy. So that's what's in the screen right now, sorry. So I'm just going to, they will look crazy. Like they're going to look crazy until I like actually carve them out with the concealer, and pretty much until my whole face is done they're going to look crazy. But they look good when I'm done. So I'm just going to start filling them in. And you can start wherever you want. This is just how I do it. And like I said, they look absolutely crazy because I throw powder everywhere and I clean it up when I'm done. So I don't have contacts in. Just have my glasses on because this is an everyday look. And I do not wear my contacts every day. I actually wear them very rarely now. I got these Ray-Ban glasses and they're like my all-time favorite thing ever now. I'm sorry I'm not looking right at the camera. This is my first video, so hopefully we get better as time goes. Just filling them in. And like I said, they literally look terrible. I know this. We will fix them up. I hope you guys can see this. You see that? That's crazy. Even a little extra crazy. Oh wait, you guys will probably be able to see this eye. Nope, I can't see. Can't see. It's gotta be too close. Sorry if you can hear all that. My windows are open because it is 72 degrees here today. I live in Virginia Beach. For those of you that don't know where I went, like after I joined the military. And I always do my eyebrows really thick too. A lot of people don't like that. Do them as thin as you want. Make them look the way you want. It's your face. It's literally your own like masterpiece. Whatever you want to do is what you do. If you're home alone and you feel like branching out and trying crazy eyebrows like me, go for it. If you have something to do later and you've never done your eyebrows like this, probably not. They're like different, I get it. One is way darker than the other and you know, all that good stuff. I'm aware of this. I gotta like step back, look at all my mirrors and see what I can see, figure it out. Now I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade, concealer in the shade 01 Classic Ivory. And I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer brush. And so I put my concealer on like this, it came in a palette, the plastic shade, the things that cover the shades. Just put my concealer on one of those. I keep some of them, not all of them, but just put some concealer on your brush. And then you are going to start drawing the lines where you want them to be. So if you want a thin eyebrow, make a thin eyebrow. If you want a thick eyebrow, you make a thick eyebrow. So I always start from the bottom, and I always start from this inner portion. And I just do little swipes at first, and then gradually start doing bigger ones. If you get too much concealer, it's okay to rub it around elsewhere. And this usually takes me a few tries. Like I said, I'm still learning. I just love makeup, and I'm really hoping that this turns out to be a good, fun experience. We're just having a good time. That's all this is meant to be. I want to give a shout out to my friend Iris Torres. She's actually the one that taught me how to do my eyebrows like this. Her eyebrows are always on point. My bottom one isn't perfect, but I like to go to the top one to see what I need to fix. So like I got most of my shape down how I want it. So I go from there, and I'm going to go to the top now. Ooh, really blocky. Ooh, really thin. Now we just got to go back in, add more powder. Make sure when you're tapping in, you're dusting off the excess, because if you don't, they're going to look crazier than mine did. So this is why I like using a powder, because you can just go over top of the concealer and literally redo what you just got rid of. And then shape it again. So like I said, I have no eyebrows. We really make our own here. Why did I just tap that? Lordy. Every time this mirror turns off, I lose my sight. Can't see what I'm doing. Oh, so then for the middle, I don't like them to be as square and blocky, so I kind of round them out a little bit. But, I mean, as you can see, my eyebrow's pretty thick and chunky. I go by what's in here, and in here I have a lot more hair, so I can't have this tiny little thin eyebrow out here whenever I got all this hair up front. So I just kind of round them out the best I can so they're not super blocky. And then we go like this up the middle. And then I'm just taking the rest of that concealer and going down on my eye. So when I do like I guess more glam, just more than everyday makeup, I've never done another tutorial, makeup look, I take the concealer all the way down on my eyelid, and it's just to prime my eyes. I don't really use eyeshadow primer, so I just do it to prime my eyes before I do eyeshadow, and then I would normally do eyeshadow next. So that's one done. I'm going to do the other one off camera, and then I will be back to do the rest of my face. Okay, I'm back. So eyebrows are sisters, not twins. These might even be stepsisters. This one is always chunkier and it has like less tail. This one always has a long tail and it's nice and thin and it's got a pretty arch. My face is lopsided, whatever. But that's how I'm gonna leave it. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I'm self-taught. So I just always get told it looks good. I always get told I should do a YouTube channel. So here I am. After my eyebrows, I'm going to go straight into foundation today since I am not doing eyeshadow. I'm just going to throw some bronzer in my crease later. So this is my cheap primer that I just wear every day, like when I'm going to work or if Josh and I are just going somewhere. For those of you that don't know, Josh is my boyfriend. So this is the, whoa, LA Girl Pro Prep HD Defining Smoothing Face Primer. Sorry, I don't know all the names. I have a huge collection, believe it or not. So I don't memorize what I use every day either, just because I don't have time for that. So I just take a little bit on my finger. And if you don't want to use your fingers, you don't have to. I use my fingers. So I just put it in my T-zone. Mainly my cheeks. I have huge pores, so I try and fill them in as best I can. This one doesn't work as well. My favorite primer is the Benefit Professional. That one like sinks right into my pores and does such a good job at like blurring them out. So I put a little on my forehead too, because for some reason my forehead has more pores than even like my chin does. My nose is also covered in pores. I have the biggest pores, I swear. So after I prime and let that set for a minute, then I go in with my foundation, and I just have a Real Technique sponge. Yes, it is so freaking dirty, but I use it every single day, and I have a backup, so don't freak out. I keep my stuff clean. So my current favorite foundation, it honestly might not be my shade because I'm tanning currently, and I go in and out where it works and where it doesn't, so I'm just going to blend it down my neck just because it's my favorite and it's the one I use all the time, is the Dream Liquid Mousse Maybelline Airbrush Finish in the shade 20 Classic Ivory. And I mean, if you can tell, I used a good bit of it. But I just open it and I just put a few pumps out on my little paper sheet. Sorry, this is my mirror. I'm going to have to use it. It is a ×5 magnifying mirror. And he got it at Dillard's for like 200 bucks if anybody's interested. But like whenever you go like this in front of it, it lights up and you can make it brighter or dimmer just by, it's not even touch, it's like putting your hand behind it. I don't know, it's fancy. So we're gonna brighten it up. I also have lights that brighten and dim on my vanity that Josh put up for me as well. So I'm just gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna dip it in the foundation. And then I'm gonna dip it like to the side to get rid of the excess. And then I'm gonna start right in here on my cheek. I always start inner first because I have more to cover up in my cheek than I do out here on the outsides of my face, although I do have some scarring over here on the outside of my face just from acne and blemishes. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's taking away a lot of my redness, and it's actually not going down into my pores as bad as I thought it would today. So no foundation. But I really like it. It's honestly the only one that I found that like I actually use every single day. And I liked it. So I've only been like really into makeup for about a year now. I had a friend in A school actually like teach me how to use makeup, and I went and I spent like $300 my first time going and getting makeup, and I just used that same stuff for literally years, until, like I said, about a year ago, I had bought my vanity, and I decided that I was gonna get into makeup because I was watching makeup videos like all the time and trying to do makeup with the little bit of makeup that I had. So I splurged and I spent about $200 just at the drugstore, nothing fancy. And I got a bunch of different stuff, and then I spent, I don't even remember how much, a couple $100 on my vanity, and I got it at Bath & Body Works. And I love it. It's got 5 drawers, a big mirror in the middle with the 2 side mirrors, a nice big desk, and then underneath it, it has where you can plug in your iPhone. It's got USB ports, I think 2, and then 1 regular outlet, so like I can plug in my straightener or you know, curling wand, whatever, into it and use it while I'm doing this. But currently I have my vanity set up in a closet. As you can tell, I'm in a room. This is our spare room. Yes, it's full of laundry. It's clean laundry though. I have time to do the laundry, but we have been so busy with the holidays, I don't have time to fold it. So it's clean. I just haven't been able to put it away yet. But so my vanity's in a closet, but I have a little shelf up with all my makeup setting on it. And then I have my lights for my vanity actually plugged into the underneath. So yeah, I'm sorry if you can't see me while I'm doing this, but I really have to be able to see when I'm going around my eyebrows and my hairline to make sure that I get it all blended good. And just make sure your beauty sponge is damp, and make sure you're patting, not rubbing, because if you rub, it's just gonna suck it up and it looks weird, and you get lines all over your face. And oops, almost tapped an eyebrow. You know, it happens. Like I said, we're not perfect over here. We're still learning over here. Everybody makes mistakes. No, I'm not about to start singing that song. But so I'm just going to take the leftover foundation and I'm just going to tap it all over. But it actually looks pretty good on my face today. I'm actually pretty impressed. And I think it was a good match. Like I said, I blended down my neck, but for the most part, I think it was really good. And then, like, I don't know if you can tell, but it really covered up pretty well. So okay, so after foundation, I am just going to use that same concealer that we used earlier to cover up our eyebrows. Cover up clean up our eyebrows. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes. Just a little bit to cover up my dark circles. I'm not like super worried about them. I don't think I have that bad of dark circles. I mean, I might, I don't know. And then I'm just going to put it in my T-zone a little bit to highlight my face. A lot of people carry 2 different colors of concealer, 2 different shades. A lighter one to highlight their face and to do their dark circles like if they're under eyes, for the brightening effect. And then they have a darker color for like blemishes on the outside of their face. But I don't feel like I break out like enough to have to get a darker shade, I guess. So I just use one shade. I'm a pretty full coverage girl for the most part. I don't even know if this is full coverage or not. It literally says nothing on the back. I just bought it whenever I started doing makeup because there was one of the girls I watched. I don't even remember. I have a few that I'm subscribed to that I watch all the time. Hear the sirens? Sorry. But I have a few I'm subscribed to that I really, really like, and they're the ones that I learned the most from. Kristen Dominique, Casey Holmes, Laura Lee, love Laura. Makeup by Ivory, she's kind of newer. And Allie Glines are the ones that I've really been watching. Oh, and Cosmo by Haley, she's really good too. So once that concealer is blended out, I'm just going to take this. It literally has nothing written on it either. It is the e.l.f. setting powder, and it's just the translucent one. And I am going to take it, and I have a wash rag down here like on my vanity table as well because I make the biggest mess and my vanity is white, so I try and keep it like as nice as possible. But I'm going to dump some of that powder into the lid, and I'm not really going to bake my under eyes. I'm just really going to set them with that powder, and I'm going to take them over my eyelids too, just so they're not creased up crazy. And I mean, this isn't the best powder, but it's not, wow, this is bright, but it's not like the worst powder either. I don't know, I don't have any complaints about it. This is just like the powder that I wear to work every day. And I'm still in the navy, so like we can't wear a whole lot of makeup. Like you can do a full face, but you can't wear like pretty eyeshadow or anything. It has to blend with your skin, blend with your skin tone. So like you can wear neutrals, but I am not getting up early to throw a bunch of eyeshadow on my face. Like, I just don't have time for that. And when I do my eyeshadow, I like to like take my time and make sure it's all like blended out really nice. And I usually like to do a wing, and I can't do that either. I guess you could wear lashes, but they would have to be like modest. You can't wear anything like fancy or dramatic, I should say. That's a good word. That's better. Dramatic. You can't wear nothing dramatic. So where I didn't just put that powder, I'm going to put my Maybelline Fit Me powder. It is in the shade 130 Buff Beige, and it's just a pressed powder. But I'm going to take it on a fluffy brush. It's just a Wet n Wild powder brush. I'm going to swirl it on here, tap it a little bit, and then I'm going to tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go on all the places that I didn't tap with the Beauty Blender, just so that it sets and it doesn't crease and get all nasty throughout the day. And always make sure to go down your neck. If you put foundation on your neck, I don't know if y'all have a double chin like me, or if you have wrinkles, just make sure you go over it. Make sure everything has been set so that nothing moves throughout the day. Okay, so now real quick before I do anything else, I am going to finish my eyes. So all I do is I take my bronzer, which is my absolute favorite one. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and it smells so good. And this is in the shade Light Bronzer. I think next time I purchase it, I'm going to get the regular bronzer because like I said, I have been tanning. But I just use this little brush that I actually got in a Ipsy bag. It's a crown brush, and it is the Deluxe Blending Fluff Brush. So I'm just going to take it, I'm going to swirl it, I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to throw it like in my crease, but like above my crease. So like right in here. Just like fluffing around. It does not have to be pretty. This is literally just for definition, so that your eyes don't look super flat. And then I'm going to swirl just a tiny bit more, tap out the excess, and I'm going to do it down my lower lash line. Excuse the ugly faces that I'm making. Any of y'all that do makeup know everybody makes ugly faces. So it's okay. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye really quick. Like I said, nothing fancy. I'm really just doing this to see how I like it. Show a few of my friends first, see how they feel about it. And then if everybody thinks it's a good idea and I post it, then I'll be working on some new stuff. So I have lots of stuff. I have a whole drawer full of stuff in my vanity that I haven't even tried yet. So I'm excited because I could like probably review it for you if none of you have bought it or whatever. So I'm going to swirl it in this again, and I'm going to contour my nose really quick. So I just go down the sides very lightly from almost to my eyebrow. And then, so my nose is really round, so I like to make it look thinner and not pointier per se, but that's about the only word I got for it. And then I go underneath it to make it look so it's not like drooping down. So I try and make it look a little more turned up, I guess. So, see, that's one side. Now I'm gonna do the other side. Can't tell if that was Josh coming home or not. I doubt it. He probably would have called me. He's probably gonna call me like right in the middle of this. So I just do this, and then I go like this and blend the sides just so that they're not really harsh. That's about it. At the end, I'll take, like, periodically I'll take that same fluffy brush. I keep looking at myself. I'm so sorry. I'll work on looking at the camera. But I will just take a fluffy brush, most likely the one that I use just to powder my entire face, and periodically go through and blend everything, just in case. I also do my underlip, my bottom lip. I just go under here, make a little pouty face, and contour it a little bit. So now that that's done, I'm going to quickly put on mascara before I actually bronze up my face. I'm not going to contour today. I just bronze, usually for the most part. So I'm going to use the Maybelline, the Colossal Volume Express Mascara. This is just, oops, why does this keep getting so bright? I'm not even touching it. But this is just like one of my favorite everyday ones. And every day I don't curl my lashes. For the most part, my lashes are pretty long and they're pretty turned up. This one is kind of straighter compared to this one. This one's always curled. But I usually only curl them if I'm going to put lashes on or if I really want my eyelashes to be dramatic. But for an everyday look, I just use this mascara and just coat my lashes. Stop it! I'm going to figure this mirror out. I'll have it figured out. Promise. I'm so sorry if you guys can't see this, but I mean, I think everybody knows how to put on some mascara. If not, comment down below and I can make sure that you know how to put on mascara. There's no shame in not knowing how to do anything. So, like I said, I'm self-taught. When I first started, like, I look back to the first few pictures of makeup that I did, and I'm like, wow, I sucked, but I thought I was so good. So, and even now, like, I think for the most part my makeup looks good. And I always get told that it looks nice, but I mean, to some people, they're probably like, wow, she's terrible. Why is she doing this? It's just, everybody's at different levels. Everybody likes different things. Everybody does different things. Everybody uses different products. So I'm just now starting to get into like my high-end products, but and that's because I'm in the Navy, and believe it or not, the Navy doesn't like pay the best. I mean, it's a good steady paycheck. Don't get me wrong. If you're thinking about doing it, 4 years are worth it, but after that, I would never do it again, personally. But if you like it and you love it and it's something that you can do for 20 years, it's probably worth it. I kind of wish I would have done the Marines instead, only because I think it would have been more action-packed and I think it would have taken me more places. Like I said, I was on the Ford, it was a pre-com, so, and that means pre-commission, that means like it's still being built, it's still being tested, it's still doing trial runs. So, which it's a USS now, which means it's an official ship. But when I first got there, it wasn't, so it was a big learning experience. But I never got to go on a deployment. I never got to see like the rest of the world, which is what I thought I was going to do. I'm glad I didn't now, which is just me personally. A lot of people are like, wow, you're crazy. It is what it is. Yeah, if you think you could do it, I highly recommend it. And I probably shouldn't be pushing up against my face to put mascara on, because that's just going to mess up my face makeup, but, you know, whatever. This is just, like I said, an everyday makeup look. I'm honestly probably going to go tanning after this. So, I'll either sweat it off or I'll take it off before I go. But when I do get up in the morning and want to do my makeup before work, this is what I do. And I promise it really doesn't take that long. I'm just talking and I'm getting the feel for this YouTube thing. So that was the mascara. You can obviously put on more coats. You can do it thicker. Whatever you want to do. This is just how I do it. This is how I like it. So next I'm going to put bronzer on my face. So this is probably one of my favorite parts. Mainly because after the baby I have gained a substantial amount of weight and it's been hard to lose, but it makes me feel like I can get rid of my double chin and it makes me feel like I can make my face thinner again. Call me cliche, call me dumb. I have New Year's resolutions and I can't wait to start working out again. But I just swirl the brush, I just swirl it in, tap off the excess, and I swirl the brush up here and I go down my face, and because I have a round face now, I kind of go from the top of my ear and I bring it just in towards underneath like my cheekbone towards my mouth instead of cupping my cheekbone, because if I cup my cheekbone I think my face is going to look more round, which that's what I used to do so that my cheekbones looked higher because I had a thinner face. But now that it's round I bring it towards my mouth and it kind of gives you that slim and sculpted effect. So I'm just swirling it and then I'm bringing it down here. And I just do it fast, I just buff it out. Like I said, I'm not doing any like major contouring right now. If you need to, you can go like this to find your cheekbones. But we are just bronzing up the face so it looks like we tan. I mean, we do tan, but so bronzing, you just want to put it on the outside perimeters of the face. That's why I'm buffing it all the way around my forehead. You can go in circles, you can go like windshield wiper, I guess that's what they call it. You can do it however you want. You're just supposed to put it on the outside perimeters where it would look like you got a nice tan where your normal shadows are. And then I do under my jawline as well. And then up here by my ear. Oh, goodness. And then I do the other side. Here we go. Just kind of chisel out my jawline, and then I just bring it down my neck so it doesn't look like I have a harsh line under my jaw. Okay. So that is what that looks like. Can you see it? Do I look tan? Do I look bronzy? Okay, so I'm going to blend it a little bit just because I can't see because I don't have glasses on. So I just like to blend just in case. I don't need to look crazy. So for me, I don't like to try and do blush and highlight and all that. So I'm using this e.l.f. Baked highlighter and blush in the rose gold shade just because it's easy, it's quick, and you get both in at once. You know what I mean. So I just have this little e.l.f. small stippling brush. So I'm just gonna like swirl it around in there, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to go a little circle here and then sweep it up, and I'm going to sweep it around as well. Then I'll put it a little down my nose, a little on the edge, Cupid's bow, and then I'm going to take a small brush. I'm also going to use it as an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. So about to get crazy with the highlighter. And then I will blend when I'm done, so it'll be okay, I promise. And I only put a little in here because I'm not wearing blush today. I have pretty rosy cheeks as is. I mean, the foundation covered it up a lot. I'm sorry if this lighting is really screwing it up. I don't know what's going on with this mirror. There, it just brightened completely. Stay low. And like I kind of got a shadow over here, so I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get, try and get better with this. Whew. This is actually a decent highlighter for drugstore. Most of my stuff is drugstore because that's all I could afford. I like a lot of my Cupid's bow. I have a I think, a decently defined Cupid's bow, so I like to put highlight there, but we're still going to blend everything out. You can use whatever brushes you want, you can use whatever products you want. My everyday look might not be your everyday look. My everyday look might be too glam for you. My everyday look might not be enough for you. It literally is all preference. It is your body, it is your life. You do as you please. But, so, this is, oh, I almost forgot the inner corner. I'm just taking this little marble brush. I literally, when Josh and I just went to Pennsylvania, I forgot my entire thing of brushes. So we had to go to the dollar store, and this came in a little 3-pack for $5. And I really like them. They're not bad at all for dollar store brushes. I mean, I have some high-end brushes, but I have some Tarte and some Smashbox, but I'm honestly not even the biggest fan of my Tarte brushes. My favorite brushes so far are my Wet n Wild or my e.l.f. brushes. So I'm just going to pop this in the inner corners for an inner corner highlight. Ooh, see? That's so good. This is look, this is drugstore. This is the e.l.f. one. Like, that is so good. For the people that, like, can't afford it, or, like, don't want to spend a whole lot of money if they don't know if they're good at it, or if they don't know they're going to like it. This is good. So I'm just going to take it up under my brow bone as well. Super light. I don't want it to be, like, insane. Can you see it? You guys might not be able to see it. Like I said, I'm going to try and work out the lighting situation. I'm going to talk to Josh. We're going to look at this video. We're going to see how it does and such. This is pretty much my full face. And then I have a couple different ones up on my little shelf, but I just take, like, something like this, Baby Lips, a tinted one. This one is 25 Pink Punch Lip Balm. So I just take this and I will put it on my lips. Just something moisturizing, something that I can throw on a few different times throughout the day. And then I don't necessarily have a drugstore setting spray. I have this one that I got from Ulta. I got this at Ulta. It is the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with Aloe, Herbs, and Rosewater. And this one you can use anytime throughout the day. You can use it before you put your makeup on. You can use it after you put your makeup on. Just as a facial mist if you need some extra hydration or anything like that. So I am just going to spray my entire face with this really quick. It smells good. It smells like a Cabbage Patch Kid. I mean, I think it smells good. Some people might not like that. I think they're only like, this little bottle, I'm pretty positive, was like, I want to say $5, but that could have been on sale. Maybe they're like 11. I don't know. I just know they're not that expensive. So this is my everyday makeup look. If you liked it, if you think I should do more makeup looks, subscribe, follow me. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you don't want to comment, you can feel free to message me, or I'll listen to your opinions, but I don't want negative content on this channel. This is just an outlet for me to, it's just something that I think is going to help me a lot in 2019 after everything, like I said, that I've been through in 2018. So I hope you like this. I hope you guys want to watch more. If not, I'm probably still going to do them anyway, because I actually really enjoyed this. I felt like I looked like a normal YouTuber, if that makes sense. Yeah, so just hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.